Howdy friends and family, thank you so much for joining me. This is week 12, day 1 in the series that I'm doing with Christ Memorial Lutheran Church about knowing God. Last week we finished up talking about how the Lord is peace, and this week we are talking about how the Lord fights for us. And so if you'll remember back from week 9, we started talking about being at war with sin, death, and the devil, and we talked about how the Lord is our banner. And so the difference between the Lord being our banner in this battle and the Lord fighting for us is that the aspect of God as our banner more focuses on his leading and his guiding. He leads us to victory and he guides us into battle. But fighting for us focuses on, as it says, actually fighting alongside us, not just leading us to the battle and letting us fight on our own. And so first I want to look at this idea of him fighting for us and delivering us. And so we're going to read two different passages. The first one is Psalm 34, verses 17 through 19, which says, "The righteous cry out, and the Lord hears, and rescues them from all their troubles. The Lord is near the brokenhearted. He saves those crushed in spirit. One who is righteous has many adversities, but the Lord rescues him from them all." And then the second passage that we're going to read is Jeremiah 20, verses 11 through 13, which says, "But the Lord is with me like a violent warrior. Therefore my persecutors will stumble and not prevail. Since they have not succeeded, they will be utterly shamed, an everlasting humiliation that will never be forgotten. Lord of armies, testing the righteous and seeing the heart and the mind, let me see your vengeance on them, for I have presented my case to you. Sing to the Lord, praise the Lord, for he rescues the life of the needy from evil people." The Lord is a warrior, and he is the Lord of armies who is fighting for us. He fights for his people. We see him as this warrior in Jeremiah, and then we see that he is fighting for his righteous people in Psalms. Now, we do need to keep this in context, though. I've mentioned it a couple times, Romans 8:28, that he will work all things for the good of those who love him. But what his good is, what his fighting looks like, might be different than what we expect. So you can know that he is the Lord who is going to fight for you, who is going to deliver you. He rescues the righteous one from all the adversities that he faces. But know that what that rescuing, what that fighting looks like might be a little different than what you're expecting it to be. Now, the third thing I want to look at is that this is a little different than we would expect. The Lord does fight for us, but based on what we know about armies, that doesn't really fit, because God is like the captain. He is the highest rank in the army, and he still fights for us. Usually the highest rank in the army doesn't fight. They command people where to go. They say, this is what we need to do. This is what we need to make, the weapons we should use. But God doesn't just sit back at the back of the army in the command tent telling us where to go. He actually fights for us as well. And the name that we're studying is Yahweh-Sabaoth. And again, we've heard Yahweh before. I am eternal. Just talking about how God is never ending, but also these aspects that we're tying that name to are never ending as well. And Sabaoth means host or armies. So he is the Lord of hosts, the Lord of armies. And that means he is above all of the armies, all of the hosts of heaven, everything. He is above them. He is the highest. But he still fights for us. He doesn't sit back. He loves us so much that he fights for us. This is a love. He doesn't do it out of obligation. He stands on the front lines and fights with you and for you because he loves you. So remember that he is a God who fights for you and delivers you. He is Yahweh-Sabaoth. And if you're looking for a Bible verse to memorize, we're working on Psalm 46:7 this week. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time.